So Rick and Morty Season 6 began airing at the very start of September, and after watching the first 4 episodes the other day all in one setting, I'd gotta say, this season is killing it so far. To be honest, after Season 5, I couldn't help but wonder if the spark of Rick and Morty had gone. Don't get me wrong, there were some good episodes in there, but between the giant incest baby episode and the ferret monster bit that was dragged out for an entire episode, there was definitely a dip in quality compared to the previous seasons. This was a sentiment that was shared by Rick and Morty fans, with audience ratings for Season 5 scoring just 57% approval, whilst the previous season scored 84%, 95%, 97% and 97%. However, this season so far is currently sitting on 89%, and don't get it twisted, I know Rotten Tomatoes are a baseline at best, but I tend to find that the audience score for most things is more in tune with the quality of a show compared to critics, but that is just me. So far, Season 6 hasn't missed with these first 4 episodes. There's a few reasons why I think that is the case, and here is why. Just before I begin, there's a good chance you aren't subscribed to the channel. The stats don't lie. Quickly subscribe to the channel during this very moment. I really appreciate it and it does mean a lot. Thanks. Anyways, obviously before I dive into this a little further, there will be Season 6 spoilers for the first 4 episodes. So if you haven't seen them yet, I mean, why did you click on this video in the first place? Get the hell out of here. Go watch the first 4 episodes and then come back to this very moment in the video. So, one of the biggest highlights of this season so far is Jerry. That sentence alone feels dirty to say, but honestly it's true. Voiced by Chris Parnell, Jerry's character has been surprisingly refreshing in Season 6 so far. Sure, it could have been easy to continue relegating the character into that Meg role as the family punching bag, but rather than go down that route, the writers have done the unthinkable and given the character a chance to shine. In the premiere episode, the original Jerry was back on our screens, who was surviving the apocalypse caused by Rick and Morty from Rick Potion number 9. We've always been led to believe that Jerry is utterly useless, but given he's the last man standing in his family and continues to survive, it was impressive to see the character portrayed like this. We saw in episode 4 Night Family that whilst the family was using their night versions for chores, Jerry opted to become pen pals with his. Ridiculed by the family, it was in fact Night Jerry that eventually came through and saved the family from their enslavement. This week's episode seems to be more Jerry and Rick centric, so it'll be interesting to see just how Jerry is able to survive and follow through. This also feels weird to say, but the lack of portals has been a welcoming, refreshing plot device for this series too. With Rick unable to portal travel, it's somewhat risen the stakes in each episode, and honestly I am all for it. One of my favourite episodes so far, Rick A More Well Lived, was a fun example of how much more complicated things have become without the use of portal travel, with Rick unable to just portal the machine away while someone was forced to do a Die Hard. By the way, shout out to Peter Dinklage for his role in that episode, and it was also another episode that casually showed how awesome Summer is. To be honest, the weakest aspect of Season 6 so far has been Beth. I wasn't really into the whole Beth clone love affair episode, although it was funny to see Summer and Morty cope, as well as Jerry having a pretty good defensive system in place. But beyond that, the writing seems to be a lot better compared to the previous season. Funnily enough, Justin Roiland described Season 5 as a weird one, with circumstances impacting the season, including the passing of J. Michael Mendel in 2019 during its production. Given the show is now in Season 6, I'm impressed with the quality Rick and Morty has managed to maintain so far. American shows aren't typically amazing when it comes to more and more seasons being added into it, and it's pretty rare for an animation to not dip in quality. It's obvious that the budget is getting big with each season given how stunning the visuals look, and I am all for it. So far, Season 6 has seemingly found a perfect balance of standalone adventures, continuing the overarching story, and developing each character along nicely. I'm very excited to see how this season plays out. How are you feeling about Season 6 so far? Let me know down in the comments. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.